And Rachel, it certainly all went Arsenal's way at the weekend, didn't it? They had the late win against Brentford, then they saw Liverpool and Man City draw in that game at Anfield. So it means that Arsenal are top, 10 games to go. The table says they are the team to beat.
Yeah, it does. I've really enjoyed watching them recently as well. I think they've actually benefited from the fact they haven't been at the top for the last couple of weeks, months. I think that was something last year, you know, from the very get-go, they had a fantastic start and everyone almost kept saying every week, they kept being like, no, won't happen, won't happen, won't happen, won't happen. And then it didn't, and that just felt like almost everyone just baited it to be the way. I think they've been allowed to hit this bit of form, bit of momentum, get that consistency, probably whilst everyone else has really been speaking about Man City and Liverpool a little bit more. But I think all three have, you know, it's going to be, I think, one of the best title races we've ever seen, because there's a case for all three of them to go the whole way. But to add to that conversation, I think a team like Man City, I think we've seen they're capable of winning both. I think they can win the Champions League and the league. I think Arsenal, I agree, I think a trophy for them would be enormous, and I think they have a really good shot at either, but I don't know that they can get the double. I think that would be an unbelievable achievement. I think they are a fantastic team, though.
And the Arsenal win at the weekend, Dawson, it wasn't another 5 or 6-0, but getting the job done and getting another 3 points, is that almost just every bit as impressive?
Definitely, yeah. I think you look at the last 7 or 8 games in the league, they've blown teams away. And they didn't against Brentford. And we all expected them to, or I certainly did, the way they're playing. They've been phenomenal. And that's why they've run Man City and Liverpool as far as they are, and that's why they've gone top of the league. But this was a different performance when you've got to dig in and get a different way. I mean, I saw them at Sheffield United. They were phenomenal. One-touch passing, scoring goals. And you see them here, crossing balls to a goal. That's not the way Arsenal you expect. A late goal, obviously, this was terrible from Ramsdale. He knows that. There's an easy pass on. But you talk about reactions, and I thought Ramsdale in the second half was magnificent, made good saves. And I think this is probably the sign and intent of Arsenal of where they are and where they've come from 12 months ago. And this is why now I don't think you can split the title race. I don't really think you can. I go Man City because they've been there and done it, but I think Spurs will have a huge say in this. They play City first, Arsenal, Liverpool in 3 weeks. And them games could be determined. I honestly believe that. It's going to go right to the wire. And what a title race it is for the Premier League. Magnificent.
I think, Dawes, with the Tottenham one, and I don't mean this disrespectfully to Tottenham, all three will want to play Tottenham. Because Tottenham will have a go. You know, they ain't got to go and break 10 players down and everybody sits behind the ball like we see at Brentford, you know what I mean? It's hard work. Tottenham will come and have a go. It don't matter who Tottenham are playing, they'll have a go, and I think that suits all three of them teams. And I know what you're saying, they might win one of them games.
I think they will, Merson.
But I don't think any of them would be fearful of playing Tottenham. And I don't mean that disrespectfully, because Tottenham are a good team, but it plays into their hand. You know, when they go and play you know, like they did Brentford the other day, they just get 10 behind the ball. The centre-half must have gone down 6 times. He's 6'5". I mean, he's down 4 or 5 times. You know, and that's what you're going to get, and all of a sudden they're eating the clock up.
I think they'll look at that, the 3 teams, Liverpool, Man City and Arsenal, and they'll think with Spurs, we can lose this game. We could quite easily win it because of the way they play, like you just said.
Oh, yeah.
But I think they will be scared. I do, because I think Spurs can hurt teams. Very much like Aston Villa at the weekend. First half, they both played chess. It was a pretty boring game. Then second half, all right, they're sending off, change it. But in their attack, the front 4 can hurt them.
I agree with that. I still think the centre-half going down for Tottenham changes a lot of that with the pace. Yeah. He's got unbelievable pace, and he allows Spurs to have that high line to go and get after it. I think now it looks like his hammy's gone. Yeah. I think I tend to agree with Merson. A lot of the teams will be going, all right, they're going to come after us. We're going to play, but we can get in behind there. And when these boys start running away, you're not going to catch them.
Well, now we're going to see what Dragison's like. He's been waiting for an opportunity. Mickey van der Veen has been absolutely sensational. He comes in, and I always say, as a centre-half, Troy, playing against a quick centre-forward, I would not want to be in that position. Mickey van der Ven and Romero do not care. They will go toe-to-toe with anyone. Even Haaland, I honestly believe that. Who comes out on top, I don't know. But Dragison now gets a chance, but we've moved away from the Premier League title. But I honestly believe...
No, but you just put Tottenham in that quite. Yeah, I just had to knock them back out of it.
No, you just killed them, so I paid it back, that's why.
Troy, let's bring it back to Arsenal, who, you know, in the past you've been critical of, you've questioned their mentality.
We thought we'd moved past that. Merson was out hammering me about it a decade ago, we're still talking about it.
But actually, when you see an Arsenal performance like you did at the weekend, and you look at this Arsenal team now, you look at last season where they fell away in the last 10 games, do you look at this Arsenal side and think differently of them?
Absolutely, but it's a completely different team. It's a completely different set of players, and it's a completely different mentality around the whole place. So when I said that about Arsenal, let's get it right. It was about one game when they played against them, but their centre half was Per Mertesacker at the time. That's not Saliba. Well, Per was a fantastic player that did a very good achievement. Look at Saliba now. They're big, strong boys. They can do it, whether it's crossing, whether they're playing through you, they can fight you. And now I think they've started to get a mentality that they're winning teams before they even walk out. When you look at that Arsenal team now, you go, whoa, they're some big boys. Do you know what I mean? You look at them, they've got the big lads, they're physical, they're ready, they can mix it up, they can beat you up with the players that they have, Declan Rice added into that. But then they've got that sprinkle of magic now as well with Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard. So they can do it whichever way you want. In the years gone by, especially towards the end of Mr. Wenger's reign, it was only one way of playing. They played out from the back, they played really nice football, and for lesser teams like us at the time, Watford getting at them, it was, right, press high, kick it long, beat them up. And then you'd win. And it wasn't just us that won. There was many other teams that did it that way. I think now you go against Arsenal and you're watching them pre-match meetings going, oh, my God, every single one of these could beat us up. And they've got that Mike Tyson effect. They've beat you before you even go out.